Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back to How Did It Get So Good, episode 279. My guest this episode is a friend that I've known for many years. Many years. I played with him in a couple bands. You're not there, but you were there.
Yeah.
My friend, Steven Simmons. How you doing, brother?
Doing great.
Yeah? Still nervous? Still nervous, obviously?
I'm a little nervous. You've had some cool people on here, and
I had the, you know what? I've had the pleasure of having some cool people here lately. And it was just like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Because the fact that, and obviously I asked many people, right? And some of them don't even answer.
Right.
Some of them, I have a conversation with them, like once a week we'll like exchange a couple of words just because they're busy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been lucky. I've been lucky to have some people that I do want. I think it's 278, by the way, because I changed it before like 2 days ago.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I've had the pleasure to sit down with some amazing people, and then they're like, "I loved it, man. I'll do it again." I'm like, "Sure you would."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love this format. I mean, I did see some of the ones with the couch and all that. And, and Justin, and that was cool.
The couch. That sounds like a porn, but yeah, I don't know where you saw me in.
The white couch. Is that what it was? The white couch.
Well, we bought a green and then we returned it white. By the way, this is the beer that I've been talking about forever. Schaffenhofer, and this is the one. So every single time that we rehearsed,
Oh God.
you and I were drinking this.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Why?
Because this is like
Too fruity? Because it's got like
a weird beer. It's not great, but it's got a fun name.
It's not grape. Yes, it is grape. It's
Is it
grapefruit.
grape?
It's grapefruit.
Okay. So we'll pop this.
Dude, I haven't had this in.
Since 5 state killing spree. I wore this short shirt for
Oh,
you.
you wore that. Hey, speaking of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow your mind right now.
Okay.
Today, and I don't know if you got this on your Facebook. Today marks 9 years since we play with Gene Loves Jezebel.
Oh God. I was afraid this was gonna come up.
Why? You're embarrassed? Who we opened for?
No, that was cool.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah, I mean, whatever happened.
I think I opened for him twice actually.
Oh, you
but-
did?
Yeah, but
Okay, well,
this one was
hey,
quite memorable.
Thanks, dude.
This one was memorable.
Well, it was. Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
No, but it was just I was in my office today, and then I opened my phone, and next thing I know, it was like, "You have a memory," and I was like, "Oh, let's see what this is."
No kidding.
And it's usually like, "You used to be married," or something like that, you know. And it was that show, Liquid Joe's, 9
Cool.
years ago today, and then I get to have you, which was weird because today is Wednesday. We were supposed to do this on Monday,
Right.
And then because of schedules, then he's like,
There
"Hey,
you
can
go.
we do it Wednesday?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And so yeah, it's today, 9 years, and I don't know if I played that much longer after that.
Yeah.
Because after that, I went to this other band, and then
That was
it was kind of weird because the way I put it is they gave me the job, and then we played like 2 big gigs that we had, and then they were like, "Okay, now we can audition for drummers," and I was like,
Oh.
"What the fuck?" And JP, rest in peace, JP.
Yeah.
He was in that band, and he's the one who told me. So when he told me, I didn't even ask questions. I went to the room, I got my stuff, and I walked away.
yeah.
So they kind of, I don't know if they kicked me out, but I kind of walked out too. But but yeah, that was like, and I only played with them 2, maybe 3 times, and that was right after the band that we played together, or 5 Stay, and yeah, so it's coming up on 10 years maybe that I haven't played.
We named names. Was it
The band?
The band.
Was
it
Barry the Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Which
that
it was, I think they're still around.
right. I'm trying to remember the lineup.
Great band. So it was Reese.
Okay.
A guy named Steve, guitarist, and then Mitch was the drummer.
Right.
And then they took JP as the bass player. And then something happened. Mitch wasn't there anymore because I knew JP. JP's like, well, if you want a drummer that can actually likes to be seen, likes the attention, I have this friend. So that's how I got in. And yeah, but then I think rumor was they after we finished those gigs and then they wanted to do some more auditioning, and I was like, oh, fuck this, and I left.
Seems crazy. So you're like one of my favorite people in the world, and we haven't seen each other in
I went to your wedding.
Yeah.
And I went to your wedding, and it was the only time in my life that you got married at the same time my other friend got married. So I went I think, was yours in the morning or afternoon?
Yeah, I think it was in the morning.
So I went to yours, and then from there I went to my friend's.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
So you love me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're one of my favorite people. So, and it's, I don't know, you know how things go. It's just like you get busy with life, and I tend to, I have people in my mind, and I think about them all the time, but I don't always reach out. Yeah. So I guess I'm really sort of introverted, and I have a hard time reaching out and connecting with people that way. But
I'm the same way, as in maybe not reaching out as much, but with me, it's kind of like, I'm not the kind of person who say, hey, let's catch up over the phone. Like my thing, I was just talking about it last episode. My thing is like, I just like to go out. I just like to go to a bar. I go to my favorite bar. I sit there. Everybody knows me. I know everybody. And then that's how I roll. Sure. And now, I'm by myself. I live alone. So no animals, no woman, no nothing. Yeah, no, exactly right. No. So but it gives me that freedom of I'm just gonna go do this. That's cool. And then it's like, oh, as a matter of fact, like one of the things that I thought it was awesome is that I could come here whenever I want. Yeah. So I could just say, when I first took it over, I was like, oh, I still need to go do that. I still need to go do this. And then I was just like, as soon as I had a couple hours, I'm like, I'm just gonna drive downtown and do it. So I don't have to be like, do we have something going on? Yeah. Like, do we this, do we that? So that was cool, but yeah, I haven't seen you in forever. Have you been playing?
Yes.
Really?
Actually, yes. After so after all that, so it was with Five State, and we changed our name to Veronica Blue, and that was moved on from there. Kind of got out of it for a little bit. Joined a band called Echofield.
That's right. I remember this.
And that was a fun project. That was like all original, just like kind of post-grunge type rock type stuff, and with some electronic components. I don't know. From there, we started doing. There was like a 10-year anniversary of this band called Dulce Sky.
Yep. That's where Mitch is from.
Yeah. So Dulce Sky had some really cool material, and it was like old synth. It was. I want to call it like not shoegaze. It was very produced, I guess. Yeah. But it was fun music, and it was cool music. I remember it. It wasn't complicated on bass.
Yeah, I remember. It wasn't complicated on drums either.
Yeah.
I remember. Right. That's when I first met Mitch. He was in that band. And I went and saw him live a couple times, and they're like I mean, they were good. Yeah. But so did you play with Mitch?
I did for a little bit, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he was doing some of that, and he got busy. He's busy with a lot of different projects.
Dude,
right?
He's busy with a guy that he's playing country. He's okay being a backup drummer. Not a backup, like you know what I mean? Like where the band is focused on one guy instead of the band. Right. He's okay with that. He says, I'm traveling all over the damn place. I'm making money traveling. And I was like, damn, dude.
Right. Yeah, he's got some original projects, and he's got some tribute type things, and
I always think about having him here.
Yeah.
I have this idea, and I don't even know if it will even work, but I have this idea of still rolls around in my head to have just drummers, just one episode, just drummers.
Like multiple drummers at once?
Yeah. So just like him and then
and
then Mike from Advent. Have you heard the new Advent Horizon?
Yeah, I've listened to the album.
Why are those bastards so goddamn talented?
I know. It's like the first time we saw him, it was with My Stage Exit, and that was the first time you saw him too, I believe.
Yeah.
And they just came out and they were like barely old enough to be in the bar.
They rocked the place. But I tell them all the time, because when the first time we saw them, they went up on stage and they had like the suits.
Yeah.
And they had like the patches on the elbows.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are we going to listen right now? And then all of a sudden they opened with Justify. And I was just like, especially on the bridge, I was like, who are these kids?
Right.
Because they were kids.
Yeah.
They were like barely 21. They came here a few episodes ago and they talk about it. So like, I think the first time we met, we were like Mike and Riley, they were barely 21. Like a couple months old, like 21. So, ever since that, I've been following those guys, and I just went to their gig for their album release. But that album is insane.
I should have been there. So because I wanted to go to that show, and I don't know, I just haven't done a lot lately. So we got to get back out. Me and my wife, we used to love live. Well, we do love live music, right? And she likes getting out and seeing shows and doing that. And I think probably a little more so when I'm in the band. You know,
I have a friend that I it's so weird because I was working with him in the last company I worked for, and I was talking to him for like a few days, and then all of a sudden we started talking about somebody that, because I went back to that company so people knew me. So somebody was like, oh, hey, so-and-so is a drummer too. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then we started talking about drums and people that we played with and everything. And then all of a sudden we became Facebook friends. And I see that when I saw his profile picture, it's been coming up on my feed forever. And I just go, who's this guy? And then because you don't know him, you just keep scrolling. It's like, I don't know who this guy is, but he keeps coming up. And then all of a sudden it was him. And I said, holy shit. But he plays for a band called The Elders. And they are really good. They're like a little bluesy. Have you seen them? Yeah. So they played at a bar named Sue all the time. So that's where I see him. And but I've also been disconnected from all that stuff. Yeah. Like I see bands that are still out there, the bands that we play with, and I go, "God, you guys still out there?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But like Advent Horizon. So they're about to go to Chicago, and then they're about to go to New York.
So they're touring with Advent, and
who is?
No, Advent Horizon. They're touring.
They're touring
with that project, because I know they all have other stuff going on.
What
too.
Project?
Well, they all have other projects too, right?
Oh no, yeah, they're touring as Advent Horizon. Yeah.
So they've got prog rock. I mean, they've got, they've got like pockets of fans everywhere, don't they? Yeah. They're amazing. So that's the first time I met you and JP, and who else was playing?
Willie,
yeah, sorry. Yeah. So met you guys that night, and you guys didn't have a bass player that night.
That's right.
So I was like,
we were going out there with 2 guitars, 1 drummer.
These guys are awesome too. I mean, that was like a great lineup. So
Five State was there. That's how we got all together.
Is that who I was with? It was either 5 State or Lucid 8.
Oh, it's probably Lucid 8.
Okay. Because that was...
We're like dropping all these names. These bad names.
Yeah. Well, I think at the time, and so I was in 2 bands at that time. I was in 5 State, and then I was in Lucid 8. Yeah. And it's like, sure, why not? They need a bass player, but those guys are fucking awesome. So it's like, I could use a 3rd one, you know? It's like, my marriage was shit at the time. So it's like, as many times a week as I could get out, it was...
Yeah, I remember now that I was driving on the way here, and I'm like, I get like, Steven is coming, and I'm like, holy shit! And I started remembering, I'm like, I haven't talked to you other than a text here and there or a Facebook message here and there.
Yeah,
we haven't seen each other in like, how long would you say? Last time I saw you wasn't that bike thing.
Yeah, and that was We were.
Was it and
that was with Echo Field, and we
Oh,
were
that's
playing
right,
like a
that's
Nirvana
right.
set too.
that's that's right.
Were you there?
You-
'Cause
yeah, you were
like
playing.
pulled up. You were
Yeah. I can't remember if I rode my bike.
I think you were on your bike, but I don't think you were at the event. But you showed up for a few minutes. And
Yeah, I showed
good
up.
to see you
I think I showed up because of you. Because I'm like, oh, he's playing. He's somewhere around here. I'll stop by.
yeah,
Yeah. That's the last time. How long would you say that was?
5 years, 4 years, 4 years, probably 4.
Probably more than that, dude.
Yeah,
Probably. But
it's been. Yeah, I think it's about 4 years.
so who are you playing with now?
Okay, so right now I'm playing with a band called Smarter Than Katie,
Okay.
and we're just getting rolling.
Yeah.
So I was about ready to hang it all up, because when I was with Dulce Sky Echo Field, Oliver passed away. He got COVID.
Yeah, Oliver. I don't know why I want to call him Claudio. He's not Claudio, it's Oliver. That's right.
Yeah. So Oliver passed away, and I just didn't want to do anything after that.
Yeah.
It was tiring, and I just I don't know. It was sad, and so I just didn't want to. I guess ruin it.
Did you get to know him pretty well?
Oliver was a great guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
I only got to meet him a couple times
Yeah.
through Mitch. Mm-hmm. Other than that,
Yeah.
so from far away, but
Yeah, he was an amazing musician, and he wrote and very creative type person, and always doing stuff. He owned a print shop for a while, and so he was always doing graphic arts and stuff like that. But yeah, he had a vision for that, and it was kind of funny because he was a, I don't want to say it. Well, I guess I do. He was a tyrant when it came to the music, right? Because he had his vision, which was cool. He had it set up and he knew what he wanted to do. And I didn't have a lot of room to explore as far as like creating bass parts and stuff like that. I was playing the material there, but I could add some little things.
Yeah.
So it was such cool music. It was really good music. And it was just seeing the reaction of people. People really dug it. And
was it Spanish or English or both?
we had a couple songs in Spanish.
Okay.
I didn't know any of the words, but
You knew the notes, the chords.
so one day I should learn Spanish, but
Why?
why not?
I know, right?
Because I only know English, and and now I'm how old? 53, and it's like I know a little bit of French, but
I come across people at the office that are like, because we have, obviously, as a construction company, you have a lot of Latinos there. And we were talking about, bilingual, it's so-and-so. And then every now and then, like today, actually, we had to deal with some people in the list, right? And we have to call every single one of them in the list. So usually me and our assistant, we usually go, okay, you take this half, I'll take this half. But then they're like, but I'll take that one and 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 that one because they're all Spanish speakers. So, you get like 15 while I get 30.
right.
But we were talking about this and somebody was like, oh, I took French. And then I'm like, how far did I get you? They're like, I know, it was a mistake. It was like,
French. There's no reason to know French in
somebody
Utah.
said,
Spanish, though, that would be helpful. You could know it where people are, a lot
Yeah.
of Spanish-speaking people here. It'd be
so
nice to
weird.
know when they're talking about you.
It's so weird, dude. When I was back home, there was I did some time working for Domino's Pizza, and there was a couple of times that somebody called in English, and they were like, who speaks English? And I was like, I guess I can't understand it, and so I took the order. Just a couple of times, which is weird because same thing, right? Now you go to Mexico and you're like, what's the second language? English.
Right.
Like if you go to Mexico, English, got a little bit of a more pay per se or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? So it makes sense, but it's always been easy for me.
Yeah.
English. So when I came here, I was able to have a conversation, but I will put it together in my head before I said it.
Yeah.
With the words that I knew how to put sentences together to say what I wanted to say.
Right.
and I still talk like a child, so it's okay.
Yeah, and I mean, smart guy, but I don't know another language, and that's always kind of bothered me.
You are a smart guy, dude.
Well, it that brings me down. I feel like a little bit, as far as because I just haven't tried, but I haven't had to.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Just growing up in Utah and staying here and living here. And,
were you born here?
Yeah, I was born here.
Born and raised, huh?
So Salt Lake County, farthest I've ever lived away is Logan.
Really?
Yeah, so that was for college. But
damn.
Yeah. So anyway, but I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Is like I should pick up a language, and I think, well, should I learn something that I should actually use, or should I learn something maybe Finnish or?
So what's the what's even the fastest way out there now?
Duolingo is an app I just downloaded that I was going to start trying.
Okay.
So, and I spend a lot of time in my car. So, I mean, I'm in my car all day long.
Yeah.
And listening to podcasts and that sort of thing.
In Spanish?
Like, no, not Spanish.
I was like, well, you were talking about being bilingual.
Well, I'm saying like Duolingo, it would be a good place for me to
like a productive thing to do, a productive thing to listen to
instead of listening to right. So I listen to all these things, and do I need any of these things? Not really. So
you definitely don't need this podcast in your ear all day long.
No, it's cool. It's so I've listened to a few of your more than a few. Mm-hmm. So but I've really liked the format that you've kind of developed here, and it's something I'd kind of like to do at some point,
Yeah, I think we talked about it a long time ago. Yeah. I think it was at the gig. You were telling me something? Weren't you telling me something?
I had an idea for a podcast way back then. I can't remember what it was even now at this point.
Wait, so... But, okay, so then I guess it was like 5 years, because I've had this for 5 years.
Have you?
So, yeah, I guess you're right. 4 or 5 years? For some reason, I was like, well, that's more than that.
Yeah.
But if I already had the pod...
right around there.
Yeah, but if I already had the pod, it's 5 years. 5 years, and I don't know why I'm looking, in March. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Well...
What do you still want to do it?
Maybe at some point, yeah. So I like the interview type stuff. And I really get into hearing different guests talk about different things, and I don't know. I listen to more like like
go ahead,
psychology and physics and stuff like that. No, I don't know. That stuff's fascinating to me. For sure. I don't have a real comprehension of it all, but it's fun hearing the bro science,
But imagine if you get somebody like that on your pod.
Yeah,
that's the thing with me, because now that I'm talking to these people that I'm going above and beyond to get a hold of, to have them come here, to be as flexible on the schedule as I can. Mm-hmm. I when was it? So the what's his name? Richard Marcosian with Utah Stories.
And I saw that.
I was talking to him, and there was their what is it, assistant secretary, whoever she was. Mm-hmm. She asked me over an email. She's like, "So, what are you gonna ask? Mm-hmm. Or like, what exactly what's the route you're gonna take?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be. I wanted to have him here because I'm totally ignorant about the whole subject of the homeless and what's going on out there. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to have him so bad, and then I told her, I said, all the questions are gonna come from the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have anything prepared. Like, do you want me to? I mean, I guess I can, but it takes away from me.
Yeah. To
where I have to sit here with the script, be like, oh, what about this? Okay, what about this? Like, I know, I like to, like, as you were telling me something, then I pick up from there and go, oh, what about this? Mm-hmm. So, and then also I had Rob and his wife, Heidi, I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And same thing. She's talking about finances and all that stuff, and how to buy properties, rent them out, and everything. Oh, cool. And I said to her, I said, listen, you have to dumb this down for me, just so I can understand.
Right.
Because unlike Steven Simmons, I'm not that smart. So I'm like, you need to dumb shit down for me.
Well,
and she's like, no, that's fine. She's like, everything is in the book, and everything is just like it's literally made so kids can read it too.
Yeah.
So, it's dumbed down to the easiest version of it.
Right.
But I don't like to prepare. I hate that. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and when we talked, I was like, okay, well, what are we going to talk about? And I was like,
wait, I say,
because I got like, yeah.
No, but on the other hand, like if you want to bring something out, then we'll just take off that way too. Like I don't have a problem with that.
No, I've got no agenda. It's like I got to plug that little show. So we are doing the show on.
Oh. We don't have time. Actually, tell everybody. I'll edit it out.
Right.
No, go ahead.
Well, we were talking about whether I was playing or not, and so
Yeah.
we're with Smarter Than Katie now, and
Who's Katie?
fuck Katie. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess she's dumb as shit. Huh?
It's one particular Katie. It's not all Katies. I
What's
guess
with all these girl names on bands, by the way?
Girl names are sexier than male names. I don't know.
Anyway, your gig.
I just heard the name and I went with this one.
Were you there to put the name too, or name it that?
Well, I was there when it happened.
Okay.
Because all these names came out,
Yeah.
I threw stuff out, and most mine were bad ideas.
It's so hard to.
But then there's that one, and then she, Cindy is the singer, and amazing singer, amazing songwriter, and so I met these guys. I was in Daybreak. Well, sorry, I live out in Harriman, and I was like getting ready to sell all my gear. I started putting stuff up. It's like,
yeah, you sold a bunch too.
done. No, I didn't.
You just didn't sell anything?
I'm not good. I've sold a few pedals. I've got a lot of gear.
Yeah.
Right. And so I've got a room full of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta offload all this stuff. And then I saw a post on the Daybreak page. It's like, hey, we're looking for a bassist. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I want to do it, and they're close. But I want to get out of it. I got to do other things, and it's like, okay.
It's so funny for me because I realize that the bands that I like the local bands that I follow, they seem like they're having fun on stage. To where let's not even go Advent Horizon, right? Because Advent Horizon, I mean, they're on another level, right? But let's just say somebody that is local.
For sure.
Somebody that is local.
Yeah.
I see them like having fun. If they fuck up, they're like, they kind of laugh it off. They're like, all right, but but they're talented to the point where like it takes away from the fuck ups. But also, like I like that. But also, in the other half of my brain thinks, but also don't make me waste my time.
Yeah.
So it's like a fine line in between. All right, let's have fun. Let's not take this so serious. But also, we're all adults with our own lives. Let's not waste our time.
Right.
So it's so hard to find the middle on that. That it's at this point I'm like, I don't think I'll ever play again.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, bottom line with these guys is, it's like, okay, I'll go and do the audition, whatever. And then I met them. It was like Cindy and then John. He's the drummer. Okay. And they're just really cool people. There was another guy, Matt, at the time. They were all just really cool, just really laid back. They were good musicians, and they had good material. It was way different than anything I've ever played before.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've played a couple times with female lead singer. My experience there wasn't so great.
Okay.
But these guys were just so down to earth and just good to be around, and they had so much material, and there's room to express myself, you know, and so I could fit in, and they were close by. It's just kind of gone a good way.
Yeah.
So shortly after that, Matt, the guitarist, left. He lived too far away, was having a hard time getting out, and we were auditioning, and I called up John.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so John's playing guitar for us now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, John Camera. And And he's like learning the material and getting it all. He's taking it so seriously. He's like driving me and making me feel bad because I'm just playing bass, you know.
Dude, that's another guy. Shout out to him. That's another guy that I know for a fact. Like, he has never stopped.
No.
And if his band is not working, he's working on his own thing. And he's always like, hey, just so you guys know, I just dropped another song and it's called this and it's called that. And I just go like, damn, dude, like, for someone like me who has done it, like, I know the work that goes into it. I go,
yeah.
Like, I've been telling for a while now, and I will do it. I know I will do it. Right now, I will be satisfied if I just play covers on YouTube. I'm like, I play what I want, when I want.
Right.
Throw it out there for people to see whenever they want to see it.
Right.
Hopefully people share it. Like, become, have more followers. But yeah, it's that whole thing of being, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I love playing drums. I haven't played in like almost 10 years, but
Yeah.
it's just, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Now, even like right now, this is how funny this is. If Advent Horizon came and says, hey, we have, Mike's not here anymore, I don't know if I would do that. But on the other hand, it calls my attention to play and shuffle.
Yeah.
Like their party band. Like that, I'm like, oh, I can do that all day long.
Right.
And it's fun. And listen, I've said it here before too. That's what they make their money from.
Yeah.
And that's what feeds the big thing, right? All these parties and all these people getting married and whatever. So, I mean, Jesus, I went and saw them at, last year I went and saw them like what was it, like Murray Days or something? Like the whole,
Oh, really?
A party that the whole city puts together, and
Yeah.
who's playing? Shuffle. And then,
Yeah.
and then I went and talked to them, and they brought me in like the green room, and I was just hanging out, drinking
Sweet.
beer with them and shit, and
Yeah.
just reminiscing. And
Are they old enough to drink yet?
oh yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I guess they're a little older.
yeah, they're in their late, not probably mid-30s. No,
It's just so gross to get that they're just
yeah,
so good.
dude.
They've always been so
that's
good.
what
It's
I'm
like they're
talking about. It because that's what I'm saying. Because when I met these guys, I was like, dude, if I was that talented as Mike is, when I was that age, I would probably be somewhere else at this point,
Yeah.
right? But then there comes the other part of it, right? I worked at Magna. I worked right in the middle of the road. Well, Mike happened to live just right there. It's a little small townhome and nothing special, and he can, keep it with. I think last time I asked him, he said, "Oh, he says I'm a dishwasher, just because I want to do music,
Yeah.
so I do this little thing that will get me by,
Right.
so I can fulfill my dream, which is this."
Yeah.
Us, on the other hand, we're not gonna do that because I don't want to live in a tiny home. I don't want to,
Sure.
I don't want to have limitations on things. So I go, oh, but the music takes second or third or even fourth,
Yeah.
place. I do.
Yeah.
This is my main thing.
Right.
So it's it's different from the get go. Those guys are like, it's just whatever.
Sure.
We'll sweep the roads if he tells us, if it's gonna give us the weekend off so we can go and play.
Yeah. That's cool. But and it's just a different mindset, I think.
Right, I know.
Because I mean we get trapped, and I don't want to say trapped because I've got a pretty good life right now,
Yeah, for sure.
and I enjoy what I'm doing, and I do the music for fun.
Yeah.
So do I call myself a musician? I'm a bass player. I mean, seriously, I can go in as long as I know like
But bass players are hard to come around, though.
Yeah, but as long as I like know
Everybody
the
can find
I
it.
can
Dude,
play around
you
it.
go knock on any other door of this, there's gonna be a drummer. You go knock. There's
Really?
two.
Drummers are hard to find.
There's two bands in this fucking place.
Yeah.
There's one up here. In fact, this room right here looks very what do you call it? Hoardy. But there's two drum sets in there,
Yeah.
and then there's another band downstairs.
Yeah.
I hear them all the time. But so drummers and guitarists everywhere. Good ass bass player and a good ass singer.
Yeah,
that's hard. That's the reason why there's 3 in there, not 4.
Yeah,
because when we started, they're like, well, we don't have one, and they used to have a girl. Right. And rumor is, they were like, well, she's not. She doesn't have the most experience, so yeah, she's out with us on the gigs. But as far as I knew, she didn't record the album or the little promo thing they had. Yeah. So
I think it's just your point of view as far as, because you're a drummer. You got a drummer. You're not looking for a drummer, right? You're looking for the other people.
You think there's a lot of bassists?
Me, I'm in band. I've been in bands, and we were always looking for a good drummer. So that's just the way that it is. So you've already got that. I didn't have that. So you didn't have the bass player.
I didn't have the bass player.
I didn't have the drummer.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a point of view on where you're at. But I don't know. You know, it takes a village.
Yeah.
And you know, trying to put the other thing, I mean, Advent, these guys have been together for a long time now. Like all of them together. And I mean, as far as like musicians trying to find each other that have a good rapport and can get along for, you know, with each other.
That's why sometimes it blows my mind, and I mentioned this to them when it happened, because I feel like they lost the first guitarist they had. I don't know if you remember. His name was Ben. They lost him, and then because of the experience that I've had losing members, I go, oh, it's all gonna take a shit now. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they get someone else that is 10 times better than the last one. Yeah. Not disrespect, but I'm like, holy, it was like, and I told him, it was like, it wasn't like a change when we saw this. It was just this, because it was like that guy was just as good or even better. Right. And then you go, well, where is that guy hiding when I was looking for a guitarist? You know what I mean? Where's that guy hiding when I was looking for a bass player? Yeah. And they're all good. They're all like, Kaysen is doing the bass and the keyboards and the whatevers, and then the other guy, Grant, he's doing the guitar, the backup vocals, the main vocals, the main guitar. I mean, they're doing this, right? And that's one thing that I saw at the live thing, which is completely different than what they've done before. It's like Kaysen worries about 2 things now, and I don't know if you heard that episode that I did with him. Kaysen has everything in his synthesizer or
he's
his
doing
computer
synth, and he's got pedals now too, or foot pedals, and
to where he. So now the guys don't have to step on like Riley doesn't have to step on his pedal. Yeah. It all goes by a metronome, and then you know I mean, it is so mind blowing.
That's cool.
I'm like, I would. That's my fear. Why I would never do Advent. Right. I could do a gig, no problem. But I go, there's so much shit that I gotta get used to. Yeah. And even though Mike was like, I don't have electronic shit around me. Right. But, you know, they are with the in-ears, and then they're doing all this stuff. And yeah. Have you seen Shuffle?
I have not seen Shuffle, no.
So Shuffle has this. Obviously, they all have the in-ears, right? And Riley has two microphones. Yeah. And he has an iPad, right? Okay. So when he's doing the guitar, he's changing songs or whatever goes with the song that he's doing. Because they did this at the gig too. They're not talking. They're just boom, 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 right after the other. Yeah. And Shuffle, next thing you know, they play for like 2 hours. They only have 1 break. Yeah. It's once they go boom, it's constant until they're done playing. Right. And so he's singing, and then when they finish the song on that last note, he already knows what song he's going to. Yeah. And so he goes to the other microphone and talks to everybody.
Oh, that's okay. So the other microphone is so he can talk to the band.
Now he's like, so then they go to, like, you know, they're doing the last ringing of the last song. Yeah. And then he goes to the other one, and it's like one of those where the music stops and it's just the guitar. So then he'll go to the other one and he goes, all right, let's play this. And 1, 2, 3. And then they all stop, and then he's playing. He's still playing. And that's how the next song starts. Yeah. Like that. Like I never had that. So it's just like...
You've never played with any of that type stuff? So Dulce Sky did some MIDI triggered stuff. And it's cool. I don't know. It's fun to... It's like a framework that you got to work within. Yeah. And it's a new challenge because it's you got to... you got a lot of pre-production that you got to set up. And
do you have in-ears?
I do not.
I sometimes I wonder if I gonna have to get mine, because if I end up doing the covers, I want to do them to where I don't have like these headphones, or like wire headphones, because you know how I play. They're not gonna stay there.
Yeah.
So I wanna see if I can invest in like just and it's just for me. So who cares?
Sure. Well, hey, wait. If you start drumming again,
oh shit,
I would play with you like in a heartbeat.
I thought you were gonna say we need a drummer right now. But anyway, I cut you off. Let's go back 20 minutes ago. You were talking about your gig.
Okay, Daybreak. Yeah, so picked up with those guys. They were really cool people, and it's like, yeah, this is fun. So, and like I say, I do it for fun, and so we've got our first show is going to be for Daybreak Pride, and I think that's June 8th. I should probably look.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh dang.
Go ahead and bring the podcast to a stall, man. It's cool.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, look it up.
I think it's June 8th.
It doesn't matter. Look it up.
It's open to everybody, and I think they suggest a donation of $5 or $10, but it's like a family event, and
oh, nice. It's at Daybreak then.
Yeah. So that'll be our first.
This Soda Row or
no. So this will be. It's at one of the parks there.
Okay.
And
go ahead, dude. Look it up.
Well, the thing is, I had it. I was on the page, and like I had it ready to go.
Yeah.
And Facebook, the way that it works is you pick it up and it refreshes. So Daybreak Pride, and
It's my second one.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
it's only 2.5%. That's like
I don't even. Is that too much? Or is that nothing?
We need like a 6-pack to actually feel something, and they only come in 4-packs.
Speaking of this, go ahead, finish before I remind me to talk about beers.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this June 8th. But anyway, you can look for it on Facebook.
Send it to me, and then I'll put it when we put the
Let's
episode.
do that. I'll send you a few links. And
sure. Do you guys have a Facebook or?
Yeah, we do. And I'll give you all those links after this.
Awesome.
But yeah, Smarter Than Katie, and it's got a cool logo that I like. It looks like this little punk band, which is cool. And it's fun music. It's fun music to play, and I think that it's like crowd pleaser type stuff as far as like the covers that we've chosen to do, and then the originals too are kind of
Did you ever hear Radiata?
Yeah.
So this is gonna sound shitty, but Radiata gave me more. It was funner for me than my stage.
Yeah.
But my stage was, again, to me, at another level. Than Radiata, right? But
it was good music.
I think it was that punk rock and like all the arrangements that were done before I got to it, that I was like, oh, this band allows me to jump and sing and throw my shit, and that's how
it's fun.
That's how people started knowing me, because I was just all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But anyway, it's funny you say this beer, because I was talking to one of our employees, and he said he called me in because we still have a few guys that are still on layoff. So they check on me. They're like, especially Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
He said, hey, is there anything going on? And then I was talking to this guy, an older guy, and then he goes, do you like? He just came back from Mexico. He goes, do you like Mexican? You don't like Mexican beer, do you? And I go, no, I mean, beer's beer. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily a fan of beer, but I'll drink it. And he goes, okay. And he says, I'll stop by later and I'll bring you some beer. I'm like, well, you're not stopping at the office and give me some beer. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just meet you outside. Put it in the back of your truck. I'm like, I drive a company truck.
Yeah.
You're not putting beer in my fucking truck.
Yeah.
And so he was so pushy. I said, how about this? When I leave, I'll go home, change trucks, and then I'll go get some beer. And he goes, okay. And then he's like, are you really coming? Because I'm gonna put these beers in the ice, and once we put it in there, we have to drink them. I was like, I'm like, I'll drink a couple, but I can bring some if you want me to. It's okay. I got off of work. I went home. I lay down. And I was like, I knew I had shit to do, right? But I lay down for a minute. I was just starting to fall asleep. He calls me, and I go, fuck.
Yeah.
And I go, what's up, dude? And he goes, you coming or what? And I'm like, yeah, send me an address. And he goes, okay, send me an address. It's in Murray, like 25 minutes away from my house. I'm like, that's not what I was planning on.
Hope it was good beer.
It was the Tecate beer.
Oh, okay.
And I went to his house, and long story short, I think we drank like 3, and I was like, this is my last one, man. He's like, have more. I'm like, this is my last one. I got to drive. It's like my excuse. I got to drive because I got to get out of there.
I think he had ulterior motives.
And then he said, you leaving? I go, yeah. And he goes, okay. And then he pulls out of the cooler 3.5 6-packs.
Yeah.
And he goes, here, you take this. I go, what? He's like, yeah, take it. Because once they're in the cooler, you don't want to let them warm up because then you're going to taste like shit. Yeah. So anyway, I go home.
Really? Is that a thing?
I think so. Some people say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purists.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have, my beer looks like I'm like a fuck life because it's full of beer. Mm-hmm. And then he gave me another one, which it was like squirt and beer and also tequila Jimador. Mm-hmm. And they sell it just like a regular can. It's like, here, do you want one of these?
Really?
I was like, yes. He goes, yes, so don't drink it here.
So that's a Mexican thing.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
I love tequila. Is that your tequila?
That's the one. Well,
there's 5 wives there.
So this is, you know what's funny? It's that what I have there, obviously, the majority of it is pretty cheap shit. Mm-hmm. My mom's husband's, the restaurant that he was working for, they closed down.
Yeah. And
I had that box there. It's like the magic bullet or whatever that box is.
Yeah.
I brought a shit ton of alcohol, so I got the 5 wives, the green one right next to it, mm-hmm. and the Jimador, the tequila right next to it. Then I have all that wine sitting in there. Jeez. And I brought it in there, and I was just like, what am I gonna do with all these things? And then I'll just put it in there. I was like, oh, if somebody wants to drink it, I can drink it with them. But
yeah,
I'm not a fan of tequila, but I'll drink it.
It tastes good. I think it's just agave. I mean, I use agave as a sweetener for coffee and stuff. I just love the taste of it.
That plant is very I want to say famous. There's a lot of that plant in my very hometown where they make a lot of tequila.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it just has a good flavor, and I'm not like a connoisseur or anything. I actually don't drink very much. As far as beer, I never drink beer.
Really?
This is like once a month thing. And I've got a small shelf that is probably about that size at home that has, alcohol, and I just don't drink a lot of it. So.
Hey, how old are your kids now?
So, we just had, my wife, Steph.
Yeah.
She's, her last 2 twins just turned 16 on Monday.
Jesus
So
Christ,
they're the youngest.
dude.
So mine are all older than that.
Yeah.
And my oldest son has 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Really?
Just had
What's his name?
Nick.
He has kids?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
so
dude.
I'm grandpa.
I feel so old.
He's a dad.
You've looked like one for a while
cool,
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how old?
You're calling me on the spot.
No.
It's like they're always a year older than I want them to be. So
It don't matter. Anyway.
But so I've got the 4 kids. There's Nick, Parker, and then Emma and Jack. And so my youngest son just turned 18 this past year.
See, I'm confused.
And then Steph's got her kids.
Nick is the very oldest one.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever met him. I knew Jack.
Okay.
So when you say kids, I'm thinking of Jack, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Jack just turned 18.
Okay.
So I sound like a horrible dad, right? When I can't call
man.
the exact ages, but
Yeah.
I don't remember how old. I had to think about how old
And your
I am.
daughter.
Yeah, Emma.
How old is she?
Well, she just turned 21.
Okay.
Yeah, she turned 21.
Okay, so Jesus, I mean,
if I do it that way, I can calculate them. They're about 2 years apart.
So again, last time I saw them, they were tiny kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the twins were like this tall.
Yeah.
Last time I saw them. Damn, dude.
So yeah, they just turned 16. That's pretty scary, and Steph's having a hard time with that.
Yeah.
So that's fun though.
Yeah.
Because she's younger than me, and she's
Yeah.
she feels like she's getting old, and I'm like, well, then there's me. So,
that's so funny.
but
My go ahead.
well, yours now. So
My kids?
your stepkids. Yeah.
The oldest one, so in fact, and same thing here. This is how I know how old they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't celebrated, but we just did. It was her birthday. So the youngest one, when I met when she was 3,
Yeah.
she just turned 23.
That's weird, right?
Dude, it is mind blowing. So she just turned 23,
Mm-hmm.
which means the boy Caleb will be 25 in August,
Yeah.
which makes Madison the oldest 27.
Yeah. Wow. They're like real grown-ups now.
Yo, when I met Madison, she was fucking 8.
Yeah, they tend to grow. And yeah.
And it's so funny. I've said this before. We go eat,
Mm-hmm.
and I ask for like a Diet Coke or a horchata if I'm a Mexican place. They're asking for like shots and like alcohol. What kind of beer? What kind of beer do you have? I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Right.
But very, very responsible. Caleb's in a wheelchair full time. So is
Mm-hmm.
Michael, the youngest one. Which I was just told. I apologize. I was just told that now. They go by Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking a little bit to get used to it.
Right.
But Mike is the youngest one, and they are also in a wheelchair
Mm-hmm.
full time. Caleb's in a wheelchair full time. Caleb is going to school and working.
Mm-hmm.
Madison is like some big shot of the what do you call the U credit union or the Utah credit union, something like that.
Oh, really?
Like
Cool.
she's like the actual loan officer or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're doing good.
That's awesome.
They're doing good.
It's nice to see them like do their own thing, and
Yeah.
find their interest and chase their dreams, and
Yeah.
and they're all different, right?
It's insane. I was just every now and then I get into like a back and forth text with my ex-wife,
Mm-hmm.
and something that we have in common still is the kids.
Yeah.
So she's like, by the way, so and so just did this and so did that, and I go, oh, I have no idea. They're like, yeah, she just bought a new car and she just got this and she just got a promotion and she this and that and Caleb's doing this and Mike's doing that, and I go,
Yeah.
my God, dude.
That's cool.
I am so, and I just said this to her too, like today or yesterday. I'm so lucky that I wasn't that really big of a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
I was more like a guy that they grew up seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I never had that side in me.
Yeah.
But to know that how things ended with Amy and how we all ended up doing our own thing. The fact that they still get together and be like, hey, let's go out and hang out with Angel for his birthday, or it's one of ours birthday, we gotta go out with Angel, and like the fact that they include me into that shit, I'm like, I am so, and I was telling this to my ex, I'm like, I am so lucky that doing the shitty work that I did, they still grew up and say, well, we know him for years, like he took care of us in his own way, so they kind of, open their arms, and I go, it's amazing.
Sounds like you're a dad, dude.
Never. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I mean, you influenced them, and you helped set their path. Whether you're like super
Strict,
tyrant dad,
Yeah.
telling them what to do, but it sounds like you didn't do that. You let them do their thing, and you kind of guided them, I'm sure, along the way.
Yeah, I think,
and they obviously appreciate it.
yeah, I think it was because my parents got divorced when I was so young. I think I was like 3. That I always knew my dad as a friend of mine. And my dad always told me, says, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. So I never, even though I can say, oh, my mom is my friend, but obviously I'm a mama's boy, but my dad he always gave me that impression of like, you got problems? Talk to me. I'm your friend. Yeah. So I guess I grew up, because I grew up too, right? I grew up with these kids just saying, I'm your friend.
Yeah. I'm
not your dad. I'm not trying to be. Mm-hmm. I'm just your homie.
It's a delicate balance with stepkids, for sure, because, I think when Steph and I first went in to things, it's like we're both parents and we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
And it was hard, trying to get their respect and they've got a dad, right?
Yeah. So you have 3 on your own? And
I've got 4 on my own. Steph has 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah.
So you're a grandpa, huh?
Yeah.
Twice, is it?
Twice over. So yeah, Alta is she just turned. Well, no, yeah, she's 2, and then we got a brand new baby boy. Just the last couple months. So
damn,
it's crazy. So and it's cool to see my son Nick fall into that role of being a dad.
Yeah.
And grow in that way.
Yeah.
And he was a very irresponsible kid.
Oh, I remember.
I had a hard time I couldn't do homework with him. He would freak out, and it was bad. So I had a hard time trying to direct him. I felt like I had to do him being my oldest. But he finally he got responsible somewhere along the way, and now
nice.
he's doing it. So
I'm blown away to you telling me how old they are.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But and people can't see that. So
what?
Your Day of the Dead guitarist.
Oh yeah,
it's like my tattoo.
It's like I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, my friend Nestor, he painted that. He painted that one.
Oh really?
Yeah, he painted that. You met Nestor?
Yeah,
that's right. You did.
Yeah,
he painted that one.
Cool.
He has a shit ton, and now he's doing his t-shirts. He's doing his paintings in t-shirts. Mm-hmm. So he's also taking it to another level.
So I listened to that episode, and
Nestor?
So I didn't see it. So
I think he just barely launched it. Right. So he was in fact he just posted a thing of a model. Mm-hmm. Just wearing the shirts and stuff like that. So, yeah, call me you fucking dude, because he's like, what? He was supposed to bring me a shirt when he came over.
Yeah,
and then he's like, oh, I don't have them ready. I'm like, that's cool, it's whatever. Yeah. So I busted his balls a couple times, but then he's like, as soon as I have it, you'll be the first one to have it, because I'll wear it here,
right?
And I'm like, okay, and then he's never got a hold of me.
So he's putting this stuff on t-shirts.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, he's
doing interested in that. So I need
his
to look
art is fucking crazy, dude. Like I see it and I go, I mean, I have. It's funny you say this. I'm looking for a house now. Yesterday, I went to see this house that I like townhome that I fell in love with. Hopefully things work out, but it has like high ceilings, and so therefore there's like a high wall and like on both sides and stuff like that. And so my realtor, shout out to Marley, she was like, it's like, you can put some art here, some art, and I instantly thought of Nestor because he does art, and then a friend painted that one right there.
Right.
His name is Hose. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how to.
These beers are carbon.
I know. I'm so burping. I don't know if it's because I don't know how to draw. Mm-hmm. Like painting to me is mind blowing. Mm-hmm. So I've also helped Nestor move like, I don't know, 16 times. So I know that every time we do it, there's more paintings to move. But like I see his stuff, and some of them are like halfway, and I just go, I'm like, I don't know how you do it, dude. Like, if I could do this, like I would never get out of my house. One of the things that I hate that I never did was know how to. You know how to draw?
No.
I hate the fact that I don't know how.
So I used to like doing a lot of stuff digitally.
Yeah.
Like in Adobe Illustrator and stuff like that. Wasn't much of an artist, but I could throw things together. And like this tattoo, I took another artist and kind of threw it into Illustrator and made some modifications for my cousin actually did that. But so I can get around on that stuff, but as far as like drawing like freehand, I could not do that.
Nestor's a fucking, like, he will grab, I've seen his things that he did just on just a pencil. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Right. No, these are really cool. I saw that right away and I was like, I could go for that.
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah.
So,
Do you still practice barefoot?
practice barefoot? Are
You
you talking
fucking
about playing?
weirdo? Yeah. No, practice, because at our studio you would take your
That's right.
shoes off.
You have a thing for feet.
Well, not yours.
Come on.
This fucking guy, dude. I'm like, we're taking his fucking shoes off. We're playing here, goddammit.
It depends. I don't know. I never thought about it. If my feet are hot, I'll take my shoes off.
I'm not saying they're hot. I'm just saying I remember you taking your shoes off every time we practice.
Temperature.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Temperature. You're a drummer. You don't have to. I wouldn't play drums barefoot.
I know the people to do. It's crazy.
Probably wouldn't
It's
play on a
insane.
lot of stages barefoot, but
Yeah, no shit.
but
It's crazy. Hey, we got to talk about this, dude. Got to talk about this.
Okay.
I mentioned you a couple episodes ago, and I said, "Oh, I have a friend." And correct me if I'm wrong, because that's just a little bit that I know of it. Your business. I said, "Oh, I have a friend
Yeah.
that is picking up dog shit."
Yeah, we're friends.
And
Yeah, I do that.
and he now, is this your main income nowadays? Really?
Yeah, it's my main income. Yeah. So,
Okay, so tell me all about it, because I'm fascinated. Because I was just telling Justin this in the office today.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Who'd you have tonight or today?" I said, "Oh, I have this friend, and I used to play, and then he just started this business, and he's like, I wonder." I kid you not. He's like, "I wonder how much he charges."
Yeah.
I hate doing that shit.
how many dogs does he have?
He has two big ones. One is
I don't care the size.
no, but one of them is on the way out.
Oh, we can get in all the deep shit on
Really?
this on this topic if you want to. So yeah.
So give me the rundown, because it
Okay.
sounds fascinating. Are you the only one who's doing this?
Am I the only one? Like, no, I've got, as far as competition?
Yeah.
No, there are lots of people in the valley and
Okay.
across the country and world who are
Okay.
doing this.
Well,
So,
fuck the world. I'm just been here.
yeah, I'm the best.
Nice. There you go. That's all you need to know.
I got mad poop pickup skill.
That's one thing that Justin asked me. What does he do with the shit? I'm like, I don't know. He goes and burns it. I don't know. Like, puts it in your garbage can.
We can do different things. Mail them to an ex, that sort of thing.
Yeah, keep the runny ones for that one. So, okay. So give me all about it.
Okay. Here's the plug. Dippity-doo .dog. .dog. Dippity-doo .dog.
Okay.
And so that's my business. And work all through Salt Lake County. And basically, when COVID hit, I lost my job. We sat on unemployment for a while. It was a great time to do that. And I was going through some heavy shit. So it took some time off. Meanwhile, during that time, though, I had a notebook and I was filling up different business ideas and going through all this stuff. And I had the idea about, 15 years prior to that, to do that kind of business. And kind of ran the numbers then. Of those 10 ideas that I had in this notebook, though, this time, though, I went through and it's like, this takes a rake and a bucket and a car. It's like,
Easy.
minimal investment. You can get started, throw some ads out, you can get going. Anyway, I took a long time getting started, trying to set up a website and all that stuff. And so, but when I seriously got going, it was like in December, and December almost 3 years ago. And I started putting some Facebook ads out. It's like, okay, it's time to get this thing rolling. So did that, and by like January, February, March, I was like well past six figures as far as like what I was making.
Holy shit.
So, and it's kind of gone up and down a little bit since then. And there's only so much you can do on your own.
Okay.
So it did level out, but making pretty good money doing that. Just picking up people's
People's?
After people. Picking up after people's dogs.
Wait, if I sit outside, you'll pick it up?
Who knows? Maybe.
Wait, so...
You see some weird things.
Really?
It's
No, give me one. You gotta give me one.
Give you one?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get gross.
Listen, everybody knows where this podcast comes from, dude. Okay, I can get serious, talk about homeless people, and finances, and I can always talk about dog shit. It's cool.
Okay, so you're in people's backyards, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you're in people's backyards, and people have houses with windows, and so you see things, and dogs like drag stuff all over the place.
Okay.
So you'll come across some objects, and you're like, I don't think they want me to see that.
You're still keeping it like
that should maybe be
PG-13. They come out with some toys.
Should be in the bedroom. Or dogs like underwear.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And gosh.
So what?
So there was this one time. Sorry, what?
So what do? Do you let them know?
Well, it depends. If it looks like it's been touched by the dogs, it's like, scoop it up and just get rid of it. You
You get rid of it? Don't tell them?
I'm not going to tell them. No, they don't need to know.
Well, what if they needed to? What if they're looking for it to wash it? I don't know.
Do you want
the embarrassment?
A dildo that's been chewed on by dogs?
Okay, well no, but you were talking about underwear.
Okay, that too. Do you? I mean, I figure if the dog.
I guess you're right. I guess if it's ripped, yeah, it's not gonna fucking.
Or
anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Scoop it up, throw it away.
Yeah.
You know, if it hasn't been touched, you leave it there.
Wait, hold on. But how do this homeowner knows that? Hey, just so you know, you weren't gonna have your toy anymore because it's in the back of that.
Should I take it?
In the back of my
plug
truck.
it on the window. I don't want to do that. No, that would be weird. Okay, so there's those things.
Yeah.
There's this one time I was doing this thing. I was doing the job for about 6 months at this point. Cute little dog, like Lady and the Tramp, the lady.
Okay, yeah.
And I love this dog. She'd come up to me.
Like
and
a cocker spaniel or something like
what do they call it? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, this dog was great. And so she'd greet me at the gate and walk around with me, and I'd kind of throw things and just playing with her. I've got headphones in, listening to music. I was definitely singing that day because I used to do that because I wasn't embarrassed. Wasn't embarrassed until this incident. So I'm there singing, walking through the yard, playing with the dog with headphones in, looking down with a hat on because keeping the sun off of me. And I turn the corner and this lady's out sunbathing with headphones on, asleep and
topless.
Oh,
nice, dude. Are you hiring?
She was on her stomach. Well, yeah. So it was her back, but I was like, oh my God, she hasn't seen me. And then, I almost stepped on her at that point. I was like, it kind of scared us both. And that was really
So you guys saw each other?
I was freaking out. It wasn't so weird that she was out there sunbathing. I just knew that I was out there playing with the dog and singing as I was walking through her yard. And she'd been there the whole damn time. But I don't think, obviously she didn't hear that because she was still like that. But just the thought of her seeing that was... I don't sing much anymore in the yards.
Okay, so I'm guessing you have... all the tools to just pick it up, put it in the bag.
Yeah, so what do we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. So, I mean, I
what if it's runny? Like, I want all these questions, dude.
You don't want all that stuff.
Okay.
It comes all different colors and consistencies. This has gone to a shitty place.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yo, but so is it just you doing it, or now you have more people?
Yeah.
working?
So right now I've been leveled out for quite a while because it's just me, and I've just taken on clients as I need to. I haven't really done any advertising in the past. I think I put out an ad in January, and that was it.
Okay.
So I just haven't been. Right now, I'm looking for probably a field manager for the north part of Salt Lake County. And want to run with that because it's a pain in the butt coming down here, north part of the valley, and it'd be nice to have somebody that could cover this area for me. Mm-hmm. And so right now, that's what I'm actively looking for, and that's the way that I think I can
expand
and grow because, Yeah, to take it to the next level, I need to hire somebody that's not family, and do that. So that's what I'm looking for right now. But anyway, if anybody knows anybody that wants,
that's crazy to know. You just
it's a cool job. So
I mean, it's not. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's not very demanding physically, and it's not like you're even close to it to touch it or get ill on you. Like, right? I mean,
no.
It's literally, I mean, if you can.
It's a sweet job. I like it.
Well, don't say that either, right? Because it's shit.
Everybody thinks that, but I'm out in the yards all day long. I'm by myself. I enjoy being alone with my thoughts and that sort of thing, and being on my own schedule and that sort of thing.
Doing construction, I met
those guys work.
I met a guy that was cleaning the shitters at that construction sites, right? Like one of those companies.
Yeah.
And obviously the truck gets there, and for like 20 seconds you get to smell it, which is awful. But if you're far away, you're okay.
Yeah.
But I think I worked with the friend, and then that friend ended up quitting the company, and then he worked for one of those, and then it so happened he got a shitty deal that he came to our job site to clean our shitter, and we're like, what the fuck? And we're like, start talking to him. He's like, this is the easiest fucking job I have ever had, and I'm making not great money, but I'm making good money. And he's like, I don't even get dirty, dude. I'm driving all fucking day.
Right.
I got my headphones on. I don't have to talk to anybody. I just go in there, suck on that thing, brush it off, and then, give more liquid, and I'm out.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't work on the weekends. I was like, get the fuck out. He's like, the easiest job I ever had.
Yeah. And I'm walking in these yards all day long. And that's what I do. It's like walk and scoop and walk and scoop and walk and scoop. And it's not like I'm lifting stuff up. I'm not like out there climbing ladders or anything dangerous. It's just, I walk a lot. I think let's see, today, 21,000 steps. So, before this job is like, okay, pretty sedentary and maybe 7,000 steps a day. Now I'm at 21,000 steps a day. If somebody wants a job to get some exercise, it's a great thing. And you see topless lady with sometimes. No.
Hey, no. Hell yeah. No, wait till your phone starts ringing. Right
it's not. That doesn't happen very often. Like once.
That's crazy to know. I didn't. But like you say, I haven't seen you do like advertisement or anything.
Yeah.
But 6 figures when you started? That's crazy.
Yeah, seriously, within like 5 months, even less than that.
So does the wife work?
Most of that was maintained. Stephanie is at home right now.
Okay.
So, so we're running off this one income, and it's supporting our family, and we're doing all right,
Nice.
And I'm comfortable. That's why I haven't grown.
That's why what?
That's why I haven't grown, because I need to have my back against the wall to take off. But I really would like to get somebody in the north part of the valley to take that over.
So how many hours a day do you work?
About okay, so you're talking field work, and then you're talking about all the admin stuff. So I'm a business owner, so I'm working quite a bit.
Yeah.
And low level, in the evenings and that sort of thing. But during the days, it's probably it's roughly 8 hours a day. That seems to be about the max I can do. I do more sometimes, and sometimes I do less. But
so how many? So you now obviously you leave the house / office after doing the paperwork, and then you go out on the field. How many houses you hit in
well, today
8
was
hours?
30. Today it was 30, and it was less than 8 hours today. But sometimes it's as many as 40. It's usually at least right around 30 to 40.
Is this a daily thing?
Yeah,
Like
5 days a week.
No, but you go to the same houses every day? No.
No. So usually so a lot of my clients are weekly. Most of my clients are weekly.
So once a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a bunch that are twice a week, and then I also offer a bi-weekly or a monthly type plan. too. So it's pretty affordable. I mean, one dog, we're talking about starting prices at $13.99, so $14.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the entry point. That's per cleanup.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I used to work in the environmental industry and doing environmental remediation, and working for like government clients and Hill Air Force Base and state clients. Nobody fucking cares. It was like there was no love.
Do you have any experience in dog shit? Yeah, I work for the government.
There was no love there.
Yeah.
This job, it's like the clients appreciate it. It's
and
like
it's yours, right? I mean, it's
the business.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's not only is fun, but I'm guessing you find fun on the fact that it's yours. You're not working for someone else.
Well, yeah. There's that. But the biggest thing, I think I'm more driven by people appreciate it. This is helping people out. Some people can't do it. Yeah. Some people just don't have time to do it, and that's great. And I don't really care, whatever the reason. But people appreciate it. It's like they're happy to have you come out. They're happy to pay you to do something that they don't want to do, and they'd rather spend time with their kids or watching Netflix.
So you're doing 30, 40 houses a day for 5 days?
Yeah. Springtime is crazy. So we just got out of the spring rush, and then it's like, bringing in all the new clients and one-time cleanups. And they can be, they can take a couple hours in a yard. And so I usually get help for that. And my wife helped me a lot this spring. So it can get pretty intense. So we're out of that now. So now it's like 30, 40 houses is like a breeze. It's like just coasting.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. But, people want it. A lot of people don't know the job exists or that
I didn't know until you did it.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't want to, again, talking about being ignorant about it, because I didn't want to be just like, oh, my friend picks up dog shit. But I didn't know the logistics of it. Maybe it's like, hey, asshole, it's called this or something that I was missing.
Right.
But that's literally what you're doing. But I just never saw people saying, I don't want to fucking do that. I'll pay someone to do it. Right. I never saw that, right? Like, I never, at one point in time, we had 4 dogs, and we would probably pick up shit like, once a month, even that. Right. So the fact that people are doing it like twice a week, that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you.
Right. Like I said, I saw somebody was doing it like 10, 15, maybe even 20 years ago, knowing the way time flies, as we've talked about. But it's just something I never really took seriously. And family members, all my mom, brothers, sisters, they were like, no, you got to get a job. Because I didn't have a job. Yeah. It's like, my mom's like, you got to get a job. Like, no, I'm going to grow this. Yeah. And then 3 months later, and it's funny because I post bill. And so I had the work and I was busy. And it's like, well, I'm waiting for 30 days to get paid. Yeah. And my wife's like, where's the money? Yeah. And I'm like, it's coming. I promise. It's like right there. And it did. So now she's like 100% on board with it.
Nice.
My wife is, and my family is kind of amazed. So I told you. I told you it was going to happen.
Dude, I won't say what it is. But Justin has an idea for a business. Fucking brilliant, dude.
Yeah?
I'm just like, I cannot wait. He's like, well, he's in the midst of moving. He's gonna sell his house, buy another house.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta do all that shit before I can get started. But it's like, the more we talk about it, we have some friends that work with us that kind of know the business, and they're willing to help him out. And I just like, dude, I cannot wait for you to do this. I'm so excited I'm so, just like you, I'm so excited that you found something that is like simple in a way, but also not a lot of people want to do it. Yeah. And that's when you're ranking, in lack of a better word, you're making all the bank because they don't want to do it, which is, it's fine. You're like, I'll take your money. I don't care. Right. You know what I mean? But so is him. It's like, when he told me, I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. And he just found out that nobody's doing it here.
Yeah. Cool.
They're all over outside, like out of state. There's a bunch, but nobody here in Utah.
Yeah. So we're being really vague on what it is, and that's fine. But I get so excited when people talk about starting their own thing, and I'm like, kids, I've got this idea.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a great idea for you guys to do this thing, and I get all into it, and the friends tell me that they're starting a business. I'm like, fuck yeah, you got to do that because it's like the best thing in the world. There's this meme going around right now. I'm sorry, it's funny because business owners get this thing on their head, and it's like, oh, it's hard and it's stressful and blah blah blah. I haven't experienced that. I'm sorry. So it says you have to. This meme says that you gotta tolerate this super level of stress, and I see that, and I'm like, it's like going around in the entrepreneur community. Like, no,
dude,
I'm sorry. No, it's just not.
I tell you why. It's something that I should have mentioned because I'm just happen that I'm so fucking open with people that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that thing that I had with Nestor?
Yeah.
We've been talking, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can do it again?
Yeah.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. So it's
cool.
Every time we talk about it, he's like, we should have never closed it. We should have never stopped.
Yeah.
It just became overwhelming for both of us to do it.
Right.
Like he literally closed it because the demand was too much for just the two of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
and burnout's a big thing.
And basically, and literally for him, because he was doing all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say he was doing all the work. He wasn't keeping up with all the demanding because I was just selling everywhere.
Yeah.
And had good following, had good people. I have people that say like, hey, every design, I'll buy a shirt. I don't care what it is. Just separate this size for me. I'll buy it for you. I'm like, okay, dude.
Cool.
I had a list. I used to put everything on paper. I still do.
Yeah.
I used to put everything on paper, and I did a list of like one winter how many hoodies we sold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, if we did that right now, like if we kept that by now, it would be insane.
Right.
So I bought it off of him, and then it so happened that the people that I thought I had to help me, they kind of like, we don't know what we're doing, and I'm more of a person that will do the work.
Yeah,
I will go and I will do designs with this, and I will go and do that, and I will go and pick up material and bring it here. I will go. Paperwork is why I always went.
Yeah, me too. Right.
So I have someone else to do it, and then those were the two persons that they were like, well, I don't know, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. So, and then I got that job at that company that we talked about at the beginning, and they sent me to Roosevelt to work.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, so that little momentum that I had, it all went to shit.
Right.
And so I closed it, and now that we're talking, he's like, what do you think? But I just have to be so sure, because if you remember, he was here. He's like, he's ready to go to Mexico. He's ready to fucking live half year there, half year here. And so I'm like, listen, man, I'm not even going to bother thinking about this if it's not going to be a 100% thing. And if I'm going to do it and you're going to bounce, I'm going to be in the same boat that I was. I'm like, I'd rather just, he's like, he just keeps telling me, let's get together. Let's talk about it. Let's do this. I'll do this. You'll do that part. I'll do this part. So.
Yeah. So you got to set up a network of people to support you. And that sort of thing.
The page still there, dude. The page still gets followers. The page, I mean, and when I started selling it, that little bit of time that I started, it picked up good.
Yeah.
Like it never went away. And it was like, it was around the time of hoodies. Hoodies was like our biggest sell.
Right.
And I just started selling left and right, and then I got sent away, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
At that point, I was the only guy.
Sure.
So it wasn't like I got sent away and I was coming back home every day. I was staying in Roosevelt.
Right.
Fuck that place, but you know.
Yeah, right. So you're a little more, both a little more.
Shout out to Quinn. It's just a friend of mine. Lives there.
Roosevelt. Roosevelt or Roseville?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Okay. Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah, fuck that place.
What did I say?
It was Roosevelt. I was sure. The first time I thought it was Roseville, and
Roosevelt.
That's California.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're more mature now, right?
Yeah. I became a fucking sneakerhead. It's ridiculous. It's become a problem.
Yeah.
But
okay, well, sell some of the sneakers. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. I'm not going to tell you to do that.
I was just talking about we went, like I said, we went and saw these houses.
Yeah.
And my realtor is like, "What do you do with the other room?" Because I'm like,
room.
"Oh, I put in my shoes." He's like, like, I know it's embarrassing. I fucking get it. Sometimes I think about it. I mean, it's ridiculous. But sometimes I look at what I have and I go, "What am I doing?"
Yeah.
And then other people say, "Well,
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
don't worry about it, dude. I'll show you a picture when we get out of here."
Okay.
But
Well.
but some people are like, it's better than any other habit you can have.
Yeah. Can I see your shoes?
This was our just matching. Oops, kick the camera.
Those are cool.
This was our just matching the shirt.
Okay. Do you wear them all?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're not all just collector pieces.
Oh no.
Do you like protect the bottoms of them?
Fuck no.
No. All
I
right.
spit on the face of people who do that shit. Shout out to Brian. He likes he he told me that thing. "Oh, look at this," and he sent me like a thing of like a fake sole. And I'm like, "What's this for?" So your sole doesn't get dirty. I'm like,
Yeah. I've seen those.
I'm
It's like
I'm like, "Hey, I can't be your friend anymore,
you
dude.
put those on.
What the
you
fuck
like,
are you doing?"
use your heat gun and push them all down. And,
Dude, my shoes are actually like they're dirty.
yeah.
I just like, I mean, if they get filthy, then yeah, I'll clean them. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of guy.
So you love them.
I just love wearing good shoes.
Cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Justin wears the inside thing so he doesn't get creases, and I'm like, that's not me either.
All right.
Pretty stupid, huh?
I don't know. I'm not saying it's stupid. I think I've developed this thing for shoes now because
Oh, you have?
well, not okay, we're not talking like
I saw you rocking those.
I mean I like these. They're like Adidas Terex, and I've been like all into them lately because they're waterproof and they're great for what I'm doing. I'm basically walking all day long.
Do you step on dog shit?
Of course I do, but not in these shoes. These shoes aren't going out there yet. Maybe when they get a little older.
Hey,
but
so what do? Do you go out? You go out to bars? Are you going to do anything?
we should go out sometime. Yeah, we haven't much. I mean, we've done a little bit. I mean, we've talked about Steph and I talking about going out and seeing some lines back, seeing some live bands lately.
Okay,
but yeah, we haven't done that a ton since COVID. Now it's not an excuse anymore. But now I'm playing in a band again, so I assume
the June 8th. What day is it? Saturday?
I think I don't know. I think somebody said it was a Sunday.
Oh, really?
That's fine. I'm so freaking bad on this. It's like we haven't had our first show yet.
This won't be your last time. So next time we come back, and then you come back prepared. It's cool.
Okay. So, but people have asked me, so that's a Sunday, right? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I haven't looked yet. We haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's not real yet because we haven't played live yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you've been in bands, and it's like we've been rehearsing all this stuff, and it's just not real yet. And great musicians and all that, and it's fun to play, and things sound really good, but until you're on stage, it's just not real.
Yeah,
is how I feel. So it'll be real on June 8th, and I'm excited about that. And then we can get moving. Then I can be super excited and get that. You get you get the feelings when you're on stage. I know you do because I've seen you play.
Well, I mean, I haven't. Yeah, but I haven't in over 10 years. But yeah,
but it's exciting.
Of course,
you get up there and you can be a total introvert like me. And you can get on stage and you can play, and it's like, holy shit, that's so much fun, and people dig it, and it's just crazy.
You saw me play. I was like, I want to make sure people. I know I'm one. I'm in the back. I know I'm in the back, and everybody's covering me. I'll make sure people see.
You got hair flying all over,
dude. I just thought about. I want to cut it short because I got to pee so bad, but I just had this feeling again of cutting my hair. And I remember one time I said, I don't want to cut my hair until I play drums one more time so I can just whip him out and then just fucking cut it.
Wow.
Yeah. You have a good set of hair, dude.
well, thank you.
Yeah, mine doesn't look like that. Although this is the first, and you guys noticed last episode, this is the first week. I did it last week, and I'm doing it this week. I'm not wearing a hat at the office. Luckily, they let me wear a hat, but this week, especially because I got my dreads done not last Sunday, but the one before. Mm-hmm. So by Monday, they were tight, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to grow. And they were like, oh, you look good. Mm-hmm. I was like, thanks.
So they don't let you wear hats at work?
No, they do.
They do now?
They do, at the office, yeah.
But they didn't before?
No, they always have.
Oh, they always have. Okay.
I mean, it'll be a year for me there in July. Mm-hmm. But ever since I went, like, I mean, our like Justin's and my boss, he wears a hat every day. So
okay,
I was
like, I'm not a hat person. I have to wear hats now, but
the one to cover the sun, the one with the
cover my ears,
the one with the skirt in the back.
No, I don't have those. I want to get some of those landscaper hats. You know, they're big.
Oh, the big ones.
I found one that was like this wide.
Hell yeah!
But that's not going to fit in my car. So that was,
I'll put it in the trunk.
They got to do that. But it was fun.
I mean, you only wearing it when you're outside.
I'm only wearing it. Yeah.
You're not wearing it when you're.
I hate hats.
You wear fedoras? No fedoras?
That would be fun.
Oh, I have a few, but
I mean, the company name is Dippity Doo, so I've always thought, well, hey, it'd be fun to do some like Scottish theme or something like that.
Yeah.
So I've got some of those little what do they call them, the baller caps? Or,
yeah. The ones that are like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't look good in those though, so I've got a blue plaid one that is just horrible on me, and I just don't feel good in hats. So
I have fedoras.
Do you?
Oh yeah. I'm a fan.
Are you talking like flat brim type stuff?
Oh yeah. I have one that looks like Smokey the Bear, like tall.
Yeah. Sweet.
And it's got the things.
They're cool. I love them. They look so cool. I mean, that's like Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah.
It is kind of what I think about.
We also work with a guy that actually custom make his.
Yeah.
And mine are like 140. Mm-hmm. His are like 500 and above.
Yeah.
But he's the only one who has that.
Okay.
And he has like 3 or 4. But he's just like Justin and I are known to be the sneaker guys.
Yeah.
Like fedoras is his shit. Like you don't see him without a fedora. That's
right.
his fedora or a beanie.
Yeah.
But that's his shit. So when I wore a small fedora one time, and Justin's like, "What are you doing?" Mm-hmm. I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "That's not your thing. That's been done, right? That's been done.
It's my thing now."
It's like, that's been done. You can't wear that. It's like, fuck, you're right. God damn it.
So this is funny that you mentioned those, because I found this lady. I think it's Whiskey Stone on Instagram.
Okay.
And she's a local person in Harriman, and she makes custom cowboy hats and fedoras and that sort of thing. What do they make them out of? Wool? Is it wool?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she's doing custom stuff and burning them and
oh, nice.
And putting like bandanas and feathers and
cards
nice. And all that stuff.
I want to take you. I'm gonna give me that info before you.
I'll send you the link. But I saw her stuff and it's like, maybe I should try that. So I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll get one of her custom fedoras and.
Where's she at?
She's in Harriman or Riverton or somewhere out there.
That's close too.
But
the ones I go to is down here in downtown.
Yeah. And she was pretty reasonable price. It was like $200 for custom, that custom work.
That's nice.
But I don't know. Whatever.
Well, let's get out of here. This is your camera. Tell everybody where they can find you, your business, your band, the gig that you don't know when it is. Tell them everything, and then we'll get out of here.
The gig is June 8th. Daybreak. And the band is Smarter Than Katie. And my business is dippitydoo.dog. And we work all through Salt Lake County, and it's great fun. So anyway, I appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah,
this has been fun. It's just been really good to catch up with you.
This is a real catch up, huh? Because we haven't talked in forever.
Right.
Yeah.
So
no, we'll do it again.
Okay.
For sure.
Right on.
You gotta every time you come, you gotta bring me another one of those weird stories you got going on there.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll get a few more.
As you know, you can catch this show at How Did It Get So Good at Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can find me at Angel Severa on Instagram, Angel Severa on Facebook. That's my last name. That's right. Cervera. And don't forget to follow the show, follow the clips. I do a lot of work, so if you don't help me out, then screw you. Anyway, thank you so much, man.
Yes.
And we'll see you later. This is, what is this? This is How Did It Get So Good. Thank you.